Alright, grade 9. We have already started by the new lesson, which is lesson 4. In lesson 4, we have been speaking about the climates and also the ecosystem.
Teacher, we are grade 8.
Really? Next
Yes.
year, grade 9. I'm so confused. Okay, so we have started by speaking about the climates and also the ecosystem. Regarding the climates and the ecosystem, it means that the temperature and the different biomes and places on our planet, and what are the things that can affect a place to be inhabitable or not. Of course, in this map in front of you, it shows us how the temperature varies from one place into another. And this, of course, is totally dependent upon number one, the closest this place is to the equator, because at the equator the sun is vertical. Number two, how this place is it a desert, is it forest, the direction of the wind in this place, the rain in that place. So all of these factors affect any place which can make it habitable for people or for animals or uninhabitable. We have spoken about the biomes and also the ecosystem. We have classified it also in two main categories. We have started by the first count of biome, which is the desert. Then we have taken the polar region. So today we will speak about the second or the third type of biomes and ecosystem, which is the tundra. Have you heard the word tundra before? Hello Ali, how are you doing? So have any of you heard the word tundra before? I guess that's no. Let's see a little video about tundra and read from the book.
What are tundras? Tundras are among the Earth's coldest and harshest biomes. These ecosystems are treeless regions with extreme cold and low rainfall. There are two different types of tundras, Alpine and Arctic. Alpine tundras occur on mountains where trees cannot grow in the high altitudes. There, the growing season is about 180 days. Mountain goats, sheep, marmots, and birds feed on low-lying plants and insects. Arctic tundra extends from the edge of the Arctic Ocean down to the coniferous forest of the taiga. Permafrost prevents trees from taking root. But shrubs and other vegetation grow during the short summers, which range from 50 to 60 days. A variety of wildlife, including Arctic foxes, polar bears, and caribou, live in the Arctic tundra. Global warming is changing the Arctic tundra, and the changing tundra is contributing to global warming. The Arctic's permafrost is deteriorating, which alters not only the landscape, but also the plants and animals that can live there. In addition, permafrost contains about 14% of the Earth's carbon. So as it melts, that carbon is released into the atmosphere, contributing to global warming.
So once again, tundra, they are very, very harsh, severe types of biomes where some specific animals can live. And that's because it's very, very cold most of the year. So, Hussein, can you read?
Yes, teacher. Tundra. The tundra is mostly situated in the high latitudes for the northern hemisphere, just below the Arctic Circle. Because of its latitude, the region has long, cold winters and short, cool summers. It's so cold that there is permanently a layer of frozen soil just under the ground, known as permafrost.
So, simply, the tundra, it's situated in the high latitude. High latitude means very far from the equator of the northern hemisphere, just below the Arctic Circle. Below the Arctic Circle, the one we have studied last time about the polar region. So, it's very, very cool. And of course, because of latitude, this region, of course, has very, very long winters and very, very, very short summers. So the winter lasts for most of the year, while the summer can last for average 2 months, but the rest of the year totally cold and winter. It is so cold and it's permanently a layer of frozen soil. So the soil itself, there is a layer beneath the earth. It's very frozen. It's called permafrost. So the permafrost is the layer. Please highlight this. Permafrost is the layer of frozen soil just under the ground. Okay, what about the temperature? Can you continue? Same.
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, continue, please.
The temperature ranges from negative 40 degrees Celsius to 18 degrees Celsius, but it stays below 0 degrees Celsius for 6 to 10 months of the year. In summer, some of the ice melts to form marshland. The permafrost melts at the surface, so some small plants, such as mosses, sedges, and lichens, can grow here. Some small animals, birds, and insects also appear during the summer months when they can feed on the plants.
So, simply this graph in front of you shows you how the climate in that region of any tundra is. Simply, that's below 0, okay, minus 40 degrees, which is frozen. I believe no human can even live in that temperature for very long. So, that's minus 40 degrees Celsius. Okay, so just imagine live in a place which is minus 40 degrees Celsius. How this place will be totally frozen, totally. So for most of the year, it's minus 40 degrees, and only in the month of summer they just go below until we can reach 18 degrees, and not for very long, of course. So most of the year there are no planets because it's totally covered in ice and snow. But in the summer season, simply some very specific planets can grow in that place, which animals may uh, live upon. So once again, the tundras are a very specific region. They are close to the North Pole. They are in the northern hemisphere. They are cold most of the year, approximately for 10 months a year. It's frozen. The layer beneath the surface, which is totally frozen, is called permafrost. So once again, we have two types of tundras, which are the polar and the alpine. All of them are in the northern hemisphere. It's very cold and doesn't have any trees because the layer of the ground is totally frozen. It has very short summer, approximately from 50 to 60 days, which is about 2 months. And of course, in the summer, the frozen soil, the frosts. Only plants are short and include the moss and lichen. Wildlife, of course, include some artifacts, thunder swan, the polar bear, penguins. I love penguins. Alpine tundras are found at the top of the mountains. That's very important. So you have in the valleys and you have in the mountains. Of course, the top of the mountains, they have no trees because of the latitude of the mountain. The Alpine tundras are very cold and do not have also trees because they are covered in snow. And we are speaking in general, okay? Plants include brush or the shrubs, moss, and lichen also can be found in that place. We have some animals including mountain goats. Mountain goats, they can jump a lot. The yak. So we need to enjoy them if we can. If you ever travel there, make sure to enjoy these places. So moving to the fourth type of tundras, the Taiga. Hamad al-Utaibi.
Yes, teacher.
Why are you shouting? I can't hear you. Okay, can you read, please?
Okay. The taiga region is also known as Rainforest. This is a stripe of coniferous trees that extends across North America and Europe and Asia. It is found. Wait a minute. Across North America, Europe, and Asia. It is found just south of the Tundra region. This is Wyoming. Also has long winters and short summers. The most common plant found in the taiga region are conifers such as spruce
Spruce fire and pine trees.
and pine trees, which are very
Ever.
evergreen, and lichens, which are deciduous.
Okay, so the taiga regions, they are directly beneath the tundra. So we have the tundra in this place, and just right beneath it, we will have the taiga region. And the taiga region, of course, they are, because of their closeness to the polar bear, consequently, they are also very cold. Yet the temperature is a little moderate than the tundra one. So it's also known as the boreal forest. Boreal forest. Taiga is known as boreal forest. Highlight or underline this. And all and this is the strip of coniferous trees that extends across the northern of America, meaning that all of this area is just about trees, a lot of trees, and we have too many kinds of trees. And the most important two kinds are the pine trees, like this one in front of you, and also the larches. And of course, guys, this is also containing a very long winter and a very short summer. Conifers are adapted also to the cold conditions. Number one, the pyramid shape allows the snow to slide off. So you can see here, when snow comes and falls, okay, so the snow will slide off from the sides. Also, number two, the needle shape leaves have low surface area, so that's they do not lose a lot of water. So their leaves itself, it's very needled in the shape. Consequently, they do not lose the water easily because not a lot of wind can affect them. The needle also have a waxy coat. Yes, Muhammad?
Tundra places are like the very cold places.
Yeah, tundra are very cold. Not super cold. The super cold are the polar region.
Yes, teacher. I lived like somewhere in the tundras, like in what you call
Canada?
it, Canada. Yeah, Canada. I think I told you.
Yes.
Uh, but there it wasn't like very cold because it was, I think, spring. It was in spring, like around -1 degree.
So if you can see here, Muhammad, that's the northern hemisphere. Okay, we are living here in Saudi Arabia. That's the northern hemisphere. In the northern hemisphere, you will have the first one. Okay, guys, put in your mind that in this place here, in this exactly place, that's the equator, and the equator is the it divides planet Earth to northern hemisphere and southern hemisphere. If you went up, the more you go up to the north, the colder it gets. So here in those places, they are the polar region. Okay, all of those places, polar region. Snow 24/7 for all of the year. 12 months, snow and cold. Okay, so there is nothing. Beneath this layer, once you go down, temperature starts to rise a little bit. So beneath this layer becomes the tundra. Okay, so in this place there is also snow for most of the year, yet the temperature is a little bit high. Beneath that, the taiga, and then we have already started the desert, and we will also start by the rainforests later. So the more you go up in the north, the colder it gets. The more you go down to the south, the warmer it gets.
Okay.
And according to that climate, you will have the types in front of you. So the deserts are known. They are in very hot places like the Rab al Khali Desert in Saudi Arabia. Okay, so start first with the polar region. Polar region, nothing but ice sheets for 12 months, 24/7 a day. They totally frozen. Okay, beneath it, just down it directly, you will have the tundra. For most of the year, it's frozen, but only for 2 months the temperature rises until it gets to 18 degrees. Consequently, some very specific plants can grow. Beneath the tundra, you will find the taiga. Okay, so far so good.
Yes.
Okay, at the equator, you will have the rainforests. At the equator, you will have the rainforests. Exactly in this place. Okay, in that place, you will find the rainforests. Why in that place? Although that this place is very hot because it's at the equator. The sun rays are directed to that place, so that's supposedly to be the most hot place. Yet, because the sun is directed to that place 24/7, okay, So you will have here the temperature is very high, and this helps in the evaporation process. Water evaporates and hits the mountains in that place and starts to rain. So for most of the year it's raining, even in summer. That's why we have here the rainforests. Rainforests, because of the rain. There are rain all over the year. Okay, Muhammad?
Yeah, okay, teacher.
Any other question?
No.
So once again, in the taiga you will have some sort of trees that can live there, and those trees, because of the coldness of that place, they have adapted to the temperature and how to face snow most of the year. So you will find them having this specific.
Teacher,
Someone's
teacher,
calling. Yes, Hussein.
teacher, are we gonna take the social studies third quiz?
Are we gonna take something about the social quiz?
The social studies quiz number 3.
No, you
Are we
don't.
gonna take it?
You only have 2 quizzes.
Okay.
So you have finished your quizzes. You have taken 3 quizzes in LA and 2 quizzes in social. That's it for quarter 3. All right.
Teacher, every quarter we do 3 quizzes for each
Language
subject, right?
arts and 2 quizzes for social. Total 5 quizzes. Okay.
Next week is the final exams, right?
Yeah, that's a fact.
Why is the English will be next week after the next week?
You have
In
already
week 8.
last Sunday.
The final exam for English, it will be in week 8.
Well, I'm not the one who put the schedule actually. I have no idea.
Okay.
So I'm just like you. They put the schedule regarding to the materials, and usually when they put the schedule, they are totally upon the subject. If the subject is very very hard, they will bring it on Sunday. So you have mathematics, science, and language arts.
So they bring the hardest one, then the easiest.
Hard
So
on Sunday, because
Oh.
you will find them. You will have Friday and Saturday, 2 days off. Then you can start the exam on Sunday for this hard subject. Or they bring two very easy subjects before it, so that also you'll be allowed to study.
Yes, it's their choice. And I remember in quarter 2, the first semester, we finished in only a week and a week and a half, not a whole 2 weeks.
You took exactly 7 days.
Exactly 7 days.
Yeah, exactly. 5 days in the first week, and Sunday and Monday in the next week.
And because this is the third quarter, so we should study for like from Sunday to Thursday, because we also have other classes to study.
Yes, you have other classes, and your schedule is just like so. You only have the first session.
So we will do the exams while we have classes, right?
You will do the exam first, and then start the rest of the session.
What about the days that there are 2 classes, one to the other quiz start in 11? Okay.
Well, think of these exams as quizzes.
Because
So you have
it's
a quiz in the first session, and you have a quiz in the fourth session.
yes, French and computer are very easy.
So that's why they include it into as a second exam at the same day.
Yes, imagine if they put
Teacher,
math and English together. Oh my god.
Well, it's not gonna be that hard actually. Yes, Muhammad.
why is it like 40 minutes time?
I just have told you. Think of this as a quiz.
Ah,
right?
So it's only 10 questions.
No, 20.
Oh. But especially math, it will take like a little bit a lot. It will take like at least 1 hour most of the students.
Yeah, that's why
Wait, teacher.
math on Sunday, so that you will have Friday and Saturday to start revising. And just
Teachers.
use both Friday and Saturday to revise both math and science, because you will not have much
Yeah,
time
I
on Sunday for science.
yeah.
Hello, teacher. Can I ask something?
Yes, Muhammad, I can hear
Yeah.
you.
So they double the questions, the amount of questions from 10 to 20, but they don't double the time. They give us 10 minutes extra. That's it.
Well, they did not give you any time extra actually, because also the quizzes are for 40 minutes. But
Wow. Wow. So they double the amount of questions, but they just wow.
I know why, teacher. I know
why are
why.
you complaining, Muhammad Khayat? Why are you complaining?
They double the amount of questions, but they don't double the amount of time.
Man, you finished your quiz in 2 minutes.
Yeah, but I want more free
So
time.
all the questions are double finished in 4 minutes.
Yeah, because if they double the time, then I'd have double the free time.
What are you complaining about? Why are you complaining?
No, if I have double the time, I'd have double the free time.
10 questions. But after all, you need to know
Teacher,
this.
teacher.
The questions are gonna be very, very, very direct and easy. True and false, and choose the correct answer. Pretty easy. Have no worries about this. Yes, Octavia?
I think it's because of the Ministry of Learning. Maybe
Yeah.
they said it will
Education
be
could
40
be.
minutes.
Yeah, could be.
They said for 10 questions, it's 20 minutes. 15 question, 30 minutes, and 20 questions, 40 minutes.
That's great.
Yeah, I think for 10 question and 15 question, it's okay. But for 20 question, maybe not. If it's 15, it's okay. 50 minutes.
So Sunday, March 7th, language arts. Monday, world history. And Tuesday, social studies. Not bad. Alright, grade 7.
Did you said grade 7?
Yeah, grade 7 language arts on Sunday. And social on Monday.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait, aren't we grade 8? This isn't ours.
that's yours.
There we are.
Which grade 7,
So
teacher?
I am going to school on the exam. Yes. So, any questions so far about that? So, once again, the more you go to the north, the colder it gets. And once it becomes very, very cold, you will have the ice sheet that covers the ground that allows no animals or no plants to live. For some specific animals have adapted to these circumstances and they started to live there. You will have the polar region, then the tundra, and beneath the tundra, the taiga. And some animals that can live in that place, like the larynxes and also various kinds of whistles, wolverines, fishers, ermines, and also seagulls. These predators feed on smaller herbivorous such as hares, lemmings, and also voles. Seed-eating birds such as the finches and also sparrows can survive year-round in the taiga. Insect-eating birds tend to migrate to the region during the warmer season. So simply, you need to know this. At any place, according to the climate, according to its climate, you will have the animals and birds living there.
Science. In this video, you will learn. Welcome to Lulu Math and Science. In this video, you will learn about the biome called the taiga. The taiga is located in the north, but falls below the tundra. The taiga is also known as the coniferous forest or the boreal forest. This biome is the world's largest land biome, and it covers most of Canada, North America, and Alaska. It also covers most of Sweden, Finland, Norway, and parts of Russia.
So see how it works. In the very north of our planet, you will have the polar region. Beneath it, you will have the tundra, and then you will have the taiga. From north to south, they start to change and having some plants according to the flag.
If you look at a climate graph of the taiga, you will see that this biome has short, wet summers and long, cold winters. Precipitation is moderate in the taiga. It gets plenty of snow during the winter and adequate rainfall during the summer. The taiga has the lowest annual average temperature after the tundra, and it also contains permanent ice caps. The forests of the taiga are largely coniferous and contain spruce, fir, and pine trees. Coniferous trees keep their leaves throughout the winter and have needle-like leaves, and this is well suited for the harsh temperatures of the taiga. The taiga also supports a relatively small range of animals due to the harshness of the climate. The taiga is home to a number of large mammals such as the moose, reindeer, and also some populations of deer. In addition, you may find gray wolf, a fox, brown bear, and occasionally a polar bear. Although the taiga has above average precipitation, the ground freezes during the winter months and the plant roots are unable to get water. The narrow needle-like structures found on the coniferous trees, or its needles, limit the water loss through transpiration, but also allow the plant or tree to practice photosynthesis. The shape of the evergreens also allows the snow to slide off the branches rather than pile up, which can cause the branches to snap off. Some other examples of plants found in the taiga include the lichens, which are low and adapted for wind and ice and can even grow on rocks. Cotton grass, which can carry out photosynthesis at very low temperatures and low light. Fireweed, which is a flower that can produce up to 80,000 seeds at one time. So there we go, the taiga, a cold but nice forest. Thanks for watching, and Moo Math uploads a new map.
Alright, grade 8. Any question about any of these biomes? Desert,
No, everything is
polar,
understood.
tundra, and taiga. Yes, Tamer?
No, teacher, everything is understood for me.
Oh, that's great. And once again, have no worries about the exams. They are gonna be pretty easy and very direct. You need just to think and also to study well. And if you have any question, have no hesitation to contact your teachers via Classera or in the classroom. Okay, great.
Teacher, there is a revision before the quiz a day, like before the exam on Saturday.
On Saturday, yes.
Okay, thank you.
Teacher, what will be the classes?
During the day itself.
On Saturday, what will be the classes?
On Saturday, you will have Grade 8. So you have math. You will have math on Saturday. And
Only.
on Sunday you will revise science in the session. And on Monday you will revise Prophet's tradition. And Tuesday you will revise Arabic language and monotheism and molecular diet.
All of these revisions will be after the school,
After
or
the So after the exam, you have session after the exam. You will have the sessions. So for example, on Sunday I have a science session. So the teacher will revise for the exam.
okay,
That the idea?
yes,
Yeah. For language arts, on next Sunday you will have the revision on Saturday.
oh,
You have language arts next Sunday, March 3rd or March 7th. So the revision will be on Saturday on the remedial class, 9 a.m.
okay, teacher. Well, teacher, this month will finish on 28.
Yeah, supposedly. There are 4 months a year that have only 28 days.
So February is the
Shortest.
least.
Usually only 28 days.
Uh,
Each 4 days, every 4 years, February is 29 days.
every 4 years.
Every 4 years.
Uh,
Because 1 year is 365 days and quarter. So connect that quarter, okay? 4 quarters means 1 day, yeah? So every 4 years, February comes at 29 days.
oh, that's a
All right.
fun fact. Okay, yes.
Okay, that's it for today, grade 8, and see you next session.